In a perfect world, I would not spend a lot of time comparing NBA stars from different eras. I would say, let's just say Michael Jordan was the greatest player for his era and LeBron James is the greatest player in this era. But, as we all know, we are not living in that perfect world. Instead, we're living in a world where last year, before he had won his second MVP, ESPN had already ranked Steph Curry as the 23rd player of all time. So obviously, we love to rank things. And I understand that, I get it. But if we're really going to do this, if we're really going to decide LeBron James has a chance to surpass Michael Jordan as the greatest player ever, well, then we're gonna do it right. So before we jump into this video, before I tell you all the facts and stats about Jordan and LeBron's careers, let me just remind you that this is a comparison between their careers. I know people get very defensive when people say LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan was. And again, I understand that, but the truth is we'll never really know the answer to that question. Unless we get a time machine, take both players and drop them off in the same era, we'll never really know who was better at basketball. All we can judge them on is their NBA careers. So let's do just that. Let's see if LeBron James really has a chance to have a better career than Michael Jordan. So in this video, we are eventually going to get into the NBA Finals and why this year is the greatest chance LeBron has had or will ever have to create a greater career resume than Michael Jordan. Because obviously, the chance to take down an absolute super team in the Golden State Warriors is a potential monumental moment for his legacy. But before we get into that, before we talk about what might happen, let's talk about what already has happened. How do Michael and LeBron compare at this moment in their careers? What do both players' career resumes look like at the age of 32? So as we can see, at the age of 32, Michael Jordan already had 4 NBA Finals appearances, 4 NBA championships won, and 4 MVPs. As for LeBron James, he's been to 8 NBA Finals, he's won 3, but of course he has a chance to win one this year, which would tie him with Jordan at 4, and he has been awarded 4 MVPs in his career. So just looking at these numbers alone, you have to give LeBron an advantage, right? Especially if he wins the finals this year, because if he wins this year, he'd have just as many titles as Mike, just as many MVPs, and 4 more finals appearances. And yeah, we all know the classic argument, Mike will forever be the greatest because he went 6 for 6 in NBA Finals. But if we dive deeper into this, we can see that, yeah, Mike never lost in the finals, but that's because he spent several years losing to teams like the Pistons and the Celtics in the first and second rounds of the playoffs. I don't understand why people are possibly penalizing LeBron for having more success and beating more teams in playoff series than Mike. I mean, LeBron has been to 7 straight NBA Finals. That is just ridiculous. And just because I know this is going to come up, yes, at the age of 32, LeBron has played in 14 seasons while Jordan had only played in 11. But in my opinion, that 3-year difference is really irrelevant. Michael Jordan came into the NBA as a 21-year-old rookie and immediately brought his team into the playoffs. LeBron came into the NBA as a teenager and did not make the playoffs for his first 2 years. So already, 2 of those seasons really don't matter. As for the third, well, I'm sorry that Michael Jordan decided to play baseball for 1 year, or that he got caught gambling. Whatever the case, it's not fair to punish LeBron's career resume because of Michael Jordan's career decisions. And with all of that said, let's talk about this narrative that LeBron has been playing in a weak Eastern Conference and has just been walking into the NBA Finals. Now, while I do agree that LeBron has faced some weak competition in the East in recent years, when we look at his playoff career as a whole, counting the NBA Finals, we find that in his 12 playoff appearances, LeBron has matched up against 20 players who were either first or second All-NBA. As for Jordan, at this age, he had made the playoffs 11 times and had played against 21 guys who were either first or second team All-NBA. So while Mike does have a slight advantage here, it's not nearly the advantage that some people want you to believe it is. LeBron has not been handed anything in his career thus far. He's won battles against the Bulls with an MVP Derrick Rose, the Celtics with KG and Pierce, the Spurs with Kawhi, Tim, Tony, and Manu, the Warriors with Steph, Draymond, and Clay. When we're older, when we look back at LeBron's playoff legacy, I think we'll realize that the competition he faced throughout his career was comparable to that of the teams Mike had to play play year in and year out. And even if you still believe Jordan played against better competition in the playoffs, that's just one advantage he holds over LeBron. So to turn this around, let's talk about some advantages LeBron has. Like the fact that already LeBron has passed Jordan in playoff scoring for his career and has become the all-time leader in playoff scoring in the history of the NBA. Sure, LeBron did do it in more games, but he also did it in less shots. LeBron is also already ahead of Mike in assists, rebounds, and steals for his playoff career, and he is in the top 10 all-time in each of those categories. On top of this, we can also talk about something that for some reason no one brings up: the fact that teams literally fall apart after LeBron has left them. For instance, in the 2010 season, LeBron led the Cavs to a 61-21 record and to a second-round appearance in the playoffs before he famously lost to the Celtics. That summer, LeBron left, and the 2011 Cavs would go on to finish with an awesome 19-63 record. That is 42 less wins. A similar effect was had on the Miami Heat, who won 54 games and made the NBA Finals in 2004 with LeBron, then won 17 less games and missed the playoffs entirely once LeBron left. So again, once LeBron leaves, teams completely fall apart. As for Jordan's Bulls, well, in 1993, Mike led Chicago to their third straight championship after finishing with a 57-25 record. The very next season, the Bulls, without Mike for the entire year because he was playing baseball, still won 55 games and lost to the Knicks in the second round of the playoffs in a 7-game series. So yes, Chicago had a drop-off, but it was not nearly the type of drop-off that teams have without LeBron. And moving on, looking at overall historic numbers, already LeBron ranks 9th all-time in NBA history in points, 12th in assists, 22nd in steals, and 83rd in rebounds. This already puts him ahead of Mike in assists and rebounds, and based on the fact that LeBron is currently 32 and shows no signs of slowing down, it is almost a certainty that he will surpass Jordan in points and steals as well. And to me, that is one of the most important things we should be talking about in this whole LeBron versus Jordan argument. LeBron is probably going to be in the NBA for the next 8 years at least. Why are people already comparing LeBron and Jordan's total careers when LeBron has so much game left to play? Seriously, the man is just a robot. And if he plays the 5 to 8 more seasons that we all think he will, he's going to retire near the top of every major statistical category. Yes, he will be ahead of Michael in every single one of those categories, and he's also already tied for the record for All-NBA first-team selections in a career with 11. And we know he's going to shatter that record. He'll probably end up with something like 15 or 16 selections. When it's all said and done, that type of resume won't be able to be matched by anyone, even Michael Jordan. But with that said, many people remember Jordan as the greatest not because of his numbers, but because of the great moments he's had. The shot against Cleveland, the shrug game against the Trailblazers, the flu game against the Jazz, and the game-winning steal and jump shot combo also against the Jazz. So if LeBron really wants to be known as the greatest of all time, if he really wants to surpass the ghost in Chicago he's been chasing his entire career, he's going to need some more dominant moments. And yes, LeBron has had plenty of memorable playoff moments in his career, and last year's playoffs have already given us LeBron's iconic finals play. The incredible chase down block on Andre Iguodala that cemented the city of Cleveland's first championship in 52 years. That play will be remembered in the same vein as anything Michael did, and it's hard to imagine LeBron topping that amazing moment. But as we all know, this year he has a chance to do just that. This year, LeBron and his Cleveland Cavaliers are matching up against one of the greatest super teams the league has ever seen. The Golden State Warriors won 73 games last season and added Kevin Durant to their roster. This is a team with 4 current All-Stars. This is a team that has the last 3 MVPs. This is a team that was created to defeat LeBron James because both the members of the 2016 Warriors and Kevin Durant did not think they were good enough to do it on their own. So now the cards are stacked against LeBron. This is going to be the greatest challenge he has faced in his career thus far. And if he can achieve what some people are calling the impossible, if he can beat the super team that is the Golden State Warriors, if he continues his run of dominance after that for the next 5 to 8 seasons, well guys, I'm telling you, there is a great chance LeBron James will retire as the greatest basketball player we have ever seen play. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember, at the end of the day, I do love Michael Jordan. I just think LeBron has a good chance to finish with a better career. And with that said, if you're new to this channel and you want more content like this, make sure to subscribe. Make basketball videos like this. I'm going to be doing a whole lot of NBA conspiracies on top of some NBA what ifs, you know, the whole deal. If you love basketball, I know you'll love this channel and I know you will not regret subscribing. And to everyone already subscribed, thank you so much for supporting. Seriously, thank you for all of the opportunities I'm getting because of you. You're just awesome. And as always, have an awesome day and cue that music.